Let me ask you something. Have you ever carried anger for so long that you forgot what it felt like not to carry it? Because I did. See, for years I walked around with a chip on my shoulder the size of a mountain. And growing up, I often wondered why my father wasn't the man I needed him to be. And damn it, I was angry about it. And well, hold on to anger long enough and you just think, I guess this is who I am. And that constant chip on my shoulder, man, it drove me to make decisions I wish I could take back. It pulled me in directions I knew were dangerous, but I just didn't care. But see, eventually I grew tired of being angry. And as I got older, I gained some perspective and I began to understand that a lot of my father's actions stemmed from addiction. And addiction is a disease. So after years of silence, I decided it was finally time to reconnect with him. But I had to find him first. So I went looking, found an address, I drove there, but upon arrival I was told he didn't live there anymore. So disappointed, but still determined, I went home, did some more digging, and by the very next day I had found another address and decided that the following weekend I was showing up again. No script, no plan, just the hope that maybe after all those years, two people could finally have the conversation that was long overdue. But 2 days before I was set to see him, the phone call came, and the person on the other end informed me my father had died. Massive heart attack. He was gone before he hit the floor. And in that split second, the opportunity I had waited years for was gone. I had no idea what I was supposed to do with this. The realization that all the things I needed to say would never be heard shattered me, and I started spiraling, unsure if I would ever recover. But then the news I never saw coming. Something that forced me to look at my life in a completely different way. You see, less than 2 months after my father's tragic passing, I found out I was going to be a father. And suddenly the story I had been living as a son collided with the story I was about to live as a father, and now I was faced with a choice. Keep carrying the anger and the hurt, or become the father I wished I had growing up. I chose the latter, and that decision changed the future of a child who hadn't even been born yet. One who I loved so deeply, it literally saved my life. And so I learned some things. Love reaches further than anger ever could. It reshapes the life you thought was already written and ignites the part of you that refuses to be broken. And now I'll tell you this. After everything I've lived, after everything I've learned, I've come to one undeniable conclusion. Love is the answer.